welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. Greetings, I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. This is your weekly reading, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2nd through March 8th, or whenever you come across this message, it is meant for you, Scorpio. All right, guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop some comments below. Let me know how you're feeling as we are entering March, right? We've got Venus going into retrograde as of March 1st, and that's lasting all the way through April 12th. That's going to be happening in our 6th house. So you're wondering what that's going to mean for you. First of all, it's going to mean you're going to be thinking about how you spend your time, your schedule, what it is that you need to maybe fix to reach your goals, right? So maybe you are overly focused on something that isn't for your highest and best. Or maybe you need to make more, I heard this saying the other day, touch grass, right? Maybe you need to make more time to touch grass, especially depending on where you are in the world. March is spring, the beginning of all of the things. It's like the Fool coming back out all over again. So let's see what the cards have for us. Number 46, Root Girl, the disowned self. Are you facing your shadows this week, this month, right? I feel like the entire time that Venus is in retrograde, like I said, in our 6th house, our daily routines, our health, our habits, there's going to be a lot of facing some shadows. What's keeping us stuck? Are we in our own way? Where do we need to explore further to find what truly makes us genuinely happy? But that starts when you accept all parts of yourself, right? When you look your demons in the face, when you look at your shadows and basically thank them and ask them, what is it that you actually want, right? Time to get in touch with that part of yourself and face everything. I've got here number 54. We go from the number 10, because when you reduce 6 plus 4 is 10, which is the beginning of something. Then we have number 54, 9, the ending, the culmination of something. This reads the crossing, an initiatory time, initiation. Scorpio, so you can definitely expect that this week, a lot of revision to the plan, deciding where to place your energy, deciding, I feel many Scorpios are getting deeper into their faith, belief studies, hermetics, occult studies, whatever that looks like for you. And then it's interesting because look, we've got the numbers together, 9, 10, and 11, and I use these cards often. They were shuffled well. This reads the wall, obstacles, number 56, which reduces to 11. So again, in numerology, we're going to reduce double digits to a singular number between 0 to 9. And we do have the numbers 9, 10, 11. But because 10 came out first, that's really indicative of a rework, right? Moving something out of stagnation, getting something out of the way by April. So this reads the walls, obstacles, number 56, reducing to 11. What is your obstacle? What has been holding you back? Where do you need to make the revision? So let's dig a little deeper, Scorpio. Please, again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're looking for a more personalized experience, feel free to go to my website at starswithstasi.com and book a reading. Those are recorded. They come with a transcription of the reading. So it is a really nice thing. You can relax and just let the energy come. All right, Spirit, what messages does Scorpio have for this week? We're working with, again, we're also in eclipse season. So lots, and we're in Pisces season, and Mercury goes into retrograde mid-month. So listen, this is a lot of refinement, but this refinement is going to do, it's going to be everything, Scorpio. This is our year. Okay. You know, I don't lie. The Empress card. This is our year. I'm not even joking. The Empress is the birthing of possibilities. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, Rider-Waite-Smith deck, in that traditional deck, the Empress is pregnant. And I have been saying for many, many months, I usually start this lecture around November. If you're not looking to expand your family, cover your cups, right? Be responsible. Do not put it all out there in the streets, right? Be careful with yourself. But if you are looking to expand your family, this is a very supportive time for that. So again, Venus retrograde, you could be rethinking your family plans. Additionally, for everyone else, this is going to be a birthing of a new portion of you, a new creation. This is also financial stability coming your way. Scorpio, wherever you've been stagnant with finances, things start to really make a move to your betterment this month. Like as we get towards the end of the month, in April, things really solidify. There's a lot of Scorpios moving this month. If you haven't already moved, right? Also, when cards show up with the major arcana energy, those are major life lessons, right? So a little tidbit, when you're working with the major arcana, which is 0, the full card, all the way through the world card, you're talking major life lessons, things on a high level, spiritual level. When you're working with the rest of the tarot, you're talking about everyday people and experiences, things that happen in the mundane world. So when we have the Empress here, this is a life lesson in your material belongings and your capability, in your ability to provide for yourself. And there's a stability here that is really, you're seated in that energy. I also have the 8 of Wands, right? So this is the action. It's time to take action. This is perfect, Scorpio, because it really backs up what I've been talking about. Venus retrograde in our 6th house, our daily routines. This could also impact your health and well-being. I just feel it strongly. There's going to be a lot of dietary changes, I feel like. I also feel like this is like where I see the 8 of Wands, it's a power-driven move. Like you come out of stagnation. You make some real serious power plays this week. That's the best way I can say it. Because look, we have here the crossroads again. So here we have a crossroads because you're at initiatory period, which you can see that in the major arcana as the Fool card, right? Where you're about to take a leap of faith. And the Lovers card here says like Gemini energy. For some Scorpios, if you're looking for it, there is an energy here of attracting a soulmate, attracting a very strong romantic relationship, or even a connection that is like your new BFF, right? Like just something meaningful is happening, Scorpio, where you are really making a new commitment or deepening one that already exists, like a next level situation. Conversely, I would say, not conversely, but additionally, I would say that if you're not seeing this reflected in your relationships, this would be potentially a deepening commitment to yourself. And again, your betterment, your finances, like supporting those Empress goals. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify these cards for Scorpio, please. Why the Empress, 8 of Wands, and Lovers card. I do see here with the obstacles. Okay. Give me a sec. I get very excited, guys. Comment below. You know how it is. These cards, when they show up, I see the magic in it, and it's amazing. Because over here, I keep being drawn to obstacles, right? And like crushing these barriers. And where there's been a limiting belief or a limiting situation. Like, yeah, like the computer's been stuck for a while, or you've been in a rut, the same old thing. Obstacles, initiation, crossroads, facing your demons, right? Looking at those obstacles and saying, you're a false belief. This is a limiting belief that I created or I allowed someone outside of me to tell me was true. And that happens to everyone. Everyone is susceptible to that type of engagement with things outside of ourselves, that type of influence, so to speak. So when I see the Empress here as the first card coming up after this, it shows me, Scorpio, you're in your power. It's like you have arrived. Well, the universe wants to double down on that because here we've got the Empress card again. So the Empress clarifying the Empress. I'm seeing financial balance. I'm seeing things coming into alignment for Scorpio. And again, this is the material, the luxury, Taurus, Venusian energy, right? Where you have that material coming into fruition. And Scorpio, again, and I just want to point out this is a time where your family could expand. And if you are no longer in your birthing years or it's too soon for that, you might find that like your family could be your sister's giving birth. Your children announce they're about to have a baby. So there's something there. So congratulations if that's what you're looking for. But these are fated life events. And this is going to be an amazing time moving forward because you are definitely taking on a new title. For example, if you did not have children before, now you are a parent. You are an aunt, a grandparent, right? There is a switch of title for you or an additional role you will be playing for the rest of this year in your life, actually. So again, congratulations. This also gives entrepreneur vibes. Like maybe you start a new channel, maybe you start the first channel, right? You decide, you know, if there's videos out there about people crocheting, you know, car covers, and yes, I've watched it, then you can make a video about anything. You never know who your people are. So what is Scorpio taking action on with this Eight of Wands? Here we've got the Knight of Swords, and I do have another card that is peeking its head at me, so give me a second. Oh, okay. So this was up, which is the Nine of Pentacles. So we're going to talk about that because it's important. And then I just want to point out the Justice card came through. So if you are one of my long-term viewers, or even if you're new here, have you recently had something in the legal system close or process, payout have you had resolution where there hasn't been one? Expect that within the next couple of weeks, okay? But it should have potentially already happened. There should have been movement in a legal setting. So that's just confirmation that if that's you, it's still happening. So I'm going to put that to the side. Now, with the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and this is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So there's a lot of advice packed into this, and I want to break it down for you. Eight of Wands, a passion-driven project, something that you just can't wait to do, something inspirational, right? Or even better, it's inspired action, meaning it comes from the divine. It's like an aha moment. Just your mind blows open with possibilities. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to do this. This could be some travel as well. But mostly this is going to be about you, your day-to-day, your finances, because it's clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So if you're a person that's sharing your time because you have a regular 9-to-5 job and then you're doing streaming on the side, or you are a family person, but you're also, you know, maybe your children have now grown and you're, you know, finding out who you are again. Wherever there's this division of your energy, the advice here is to make sure that you reserve the majority for you, your manifestations, your betterment. Because while you are well, while you are healthy, you are more, you know, put your oxygen mask on first. Now, of course, we all have other responsibilities. Some of us have people on the payroll, children, things like that. Even if they're adults, we extend ourselves to others often because that's what Scorpios do. So this is here just a recollection, or, you know, just a reminder that 30% for other people, the 60% for you. Otherwise, the imbalance is too great. We've got the Knight of Swords happening here. So knights are in pursuit, and this is in pursuit of information, the truth, anything cerebral, ideas, conversations. So Scorpio, it's very possible that you could be having some important conversations with others regarding the changes that you're going to be making, moves, travel. And then with this Nine of Pentacles, I really do see you in your strength when it comes to your finances. And I think a lot of that has to do with some swift action you take this week, right? Like you get a moment, I keep saying that, you get this moment of a stroke of brilliance, so to speak, that you're like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pursue that. I'm also wanting, I'm hearing to remind you, and I keep saying this, if you're not already doing so, start investigating and using the intelligence, the open source technology, ChatGPT, Claude, it doesn't matter. Start investigating how to use that technology to help you build your brand, help you attack a conversation that's difficult, help you interpret, your cards that you pull, a dream, something like that. Like, you'd be surprised. That coupled with your own intuition, with your own ideas, you are co-creating and can do things much faster. So I feel like that Knight of Swords is an indication that, like, again, where you've been stuck, lots of forward movements, lots of ideas. I feel like you're going to be implementing steps, one foot in front of the other. I'm also being guided to remind you that during Pisces season, during the eclipse season, ideas are grand, right? We've got a lot of dreams. I don't know, like it's that dreamy energy where you're just like, yes, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to learn this. That's great. Pump the brakes. You can, again, let's go back to the, 60-30 rule here. Reserve the majority of your energy for yourself, right? There's no rush to meet your dreams, right? Time is an illusion. Just investigate what you are feeling called to, but also understand that there's plenty of time. All right, so what is this Lover's card about, please? What is the crossroads? Wow, Scorpio, this is great. We go from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. So whatever you're at a crossroads about, especially in business, finances, investments, purchasing property is another thing I'm hearing. Going from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles, this is a feeling of a few things. One, the 10 of Pentacles is the only card in the Rider-Waite deck that shows the Hermetic Tree of Life, the Kabbalah. And these 10 Sephira are examples of portions of your life, right? You go from, all right, well, I don't want to get into it, but basically you go from, the moment of creation to the moment of manifestation and everything in between. So I feel like this would liken to the Fool card to the World card. So when we're here, I feel like you've really learned a thing or two about what you're looking for when it comes to how you build your business, your money, your family, where you place your energy. Like there's this huge moment of enlightenment for Scorpio, and that crossroads is saying, try the new thing, go all in, right? Release the fear. There's no better time than now, and no one else can do what you're meant to do. So this is your cue. If you're watching this, this is a push forward, because when you take that leap of faith, when you get off the fence, it leads to the 10 of Pentacles. And there really is, that's amazing. The 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. It's like if you take this action and you investigate how you can do something differently, the assistance of intelligence, should you ask for that raise, or should you move? Should you take that vacation? All of those things are saying, Scorpio, you're here to have experiences. So yes, invest your resources in yourself, invest your resources in your, obviously your children, invest those resources in your stability, whatever it is that you need, do it. Your health, yourself, right? This is about Scorpio being aligned with Scorpio's needs and making it happen, because otherwise you are picking up on everybody else's needs and desires. And that was the old you, right? That's the unhealed Scorpio. So let's dig a little bit deeper. What else do we have for Scorpio? These are amazing cards. I like it a lot. So comment below. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you need to make some changes? Are you looking at your day-to-day routines and thinking, this isn't what I want, this isn't enough? I'm feeling 8 of Cups vibes, right? Like going after more, even though what's in front of you is perfectly fine. It's fine. You're not dying, right? It's not the worst thing. But judgment, being called to a higher purpose. This is the time that Scorpio says, I want to make a difference in the world. And that's what I'm feeling. There's been a lot of introspection for Scorpio, that hermit energy, where you've been really learning from the past, which is where you get that crossroads energy. Here with the Judgment card, this is saying you're being called to your greater purpose. You are being called to step away from a mundane lifestyle, meaning like whatever you've been involved in day in and day out, creating it as your purpose. Now your purpose shifts to something that is more for the betterment of humanity, the betterment of yourself. Judgment card. Here you see an angel, right? Calling people to be their true self, to be nude, unafraid, step forward. I like that. And in another more literal sense, and I keep going back to when I saw the Libra Justice card and Judgment now, this is indicative, again, of legal matters coming to a close. And that's been a prediction I've had for quite some time. So comment below. Like I said, is that you? Are you seeing things wrap up? Or has it recently, right? Because this is being recorded still at the end of February. So this is actually, today is February 26th. Here we've got the Hierophant. Lots of major life lessons. It looks here like there might be a shift in your belief system, or in a more literal sense, like I've predicted before, there's a big push for the expansion of Scorpio's family. So there could be a marriage, whether it's you or your children, an expansion of a more traditional type of thing, like a marriage happening. A lot of deepening of your faith. And I'm just picking up on this energy of really just investigating more. Like, that's the best thing I can say. I feel like Scorpio's getting swept up in the mysteries of the universe, challenging their beliefs, being led to share of themselves. I feel like this is also a week where you learn what, like I said before, what's been holding you back, because I've got the Moon card with the Knight of Pentacles. And given that this energy is happening in our 6th house, again, health, habits, routines, you're going to understand what's been keeping you stuck. You're going to see where your challenge has been. And this is going to free up a lot of mental energy for you. Also, Scorpio, I really do see that in this next month, and again, starting with the beginning of March, there's a push for health changes. And I know I've been saying that, but if you look back at my videos, I've been telling Scorpio that by February, right, beginning of March is the cutoff time for you to get your health checked all by yourself. And if you wait longer past that, the universe will most likely put an obstacle in your way, which will force you to be seen by a doctor. So please get your physicals or whatever it is that you haven't done. Get that all updated. Again, there are several changes happening to your physical vessel is how it's coming through. Again, some of you it's because you're pregnant, and some of you it's because just life changes, right? But there is, how should I put this? I feel that whatever medical visit you have or whatever it is that you do to take care of your health this month, specifically in March, is leading to long-term beneficial, how should I put this? Sorry. In the past, where you've been experiencing barriers with your health, March brings solution that's long-term and with ease. So this would be a great time. You may find that if you've had a mental health blockage, that you might try something new, depending on where you live. And I've advocated for this before because I keep getting the pings for it. And I'm considering it, to be honest. So if you've ever done ketamine therapy, drop that below, because I keep getting pings for that for the collective, or even psilocybin or anything that is, and again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not advocating for it for you. I'm sharing what the messages I'm getting. And at the end of it, what I want you to walk away from is it's okay to explore something that isn't traditional, right? It's okay to explore a different option, because even the thought of, I want something that's new in my algorithm is enough to introduce the healing that you need. I can't stress it enough. There's an importance here on just making sure that you have current, up-to-date labs, all the things. And again, there could be something new available for you that's going to change things with your energy, with your health, your diet. I'm specifically getting things having to do, like, I would say from the chest area here, and also to like include the gut. So if you've been struggling with weight, if you've been struggling, I just saw the World card. Where is it? One second. I just saw the World card, which piggybacks on what I'm telling you. There are major things that have been blockages for Scorpio that are coming to an end like this month, and you're going to start feeling the pings for that now, right? The calling to get something looked at, the calling to make that appointment. So, however, I would say this, Scorpio, if you decide to make any changes with the way you look and things like that, like cosmetic or anything like that, wait till after maybe the retrograde. Nothing major changes to, nothing new, right? Nothing new changes major like that. Don't, I mean, do what you want, but maybe not huge changes to your hair. Don't like go crazy because again, Pisces season, big ideas, and you might regret it because, Venus isn't so comfortable right now. And so she might do something, don't get influenced by a retrograde planet unless it's going to serve you. Here we've got the King of Swords clarifying the Judgment card. So clarity comes from releasing control. We've got the Hierophant with the Knight of Cups. I really do think that there are marriage vibes for those of you that are looking to go that way. There's engagement vibes or commitment things happening. Again, if you're in a new relationship and it just started, if this person's still here in April, mid-April, this might be all systems go. And the Star card coming through. So look, Scorpio, your energy directs what happens in your life. What are you intending, right? Here we've got the Star card. There's an 8-pointed star above her head, which signifies lots of ideas, right? Lots of things that seem out of reach, but truly they're within reach. And this is saying you can pull that energy down because 8 is a number of manifestation and creation, one of self, one of bringing things into the material world. This is Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is all about expansive thinking, all about creation and other people and like the greater good. So when I said earlier that families could be expanding, you're getting more involved in the community, more involved with doing things you enjoy, that joyous energy that one carries within them always will transform for the betterment those around them. The same way that if you are in a crap mood, you can enter a room and change the entire vibe. Scorpio has really strong energy that way. We are transformers, right? So this is saying that there's a lot of things that are going to come to light with what's holding you back. You're facing those things this month, and that energy starts to really show itself this week. And ultimately, when you listen to your intuition and you have these moments of clarity, King of Swords, right? Very cerebral, being clear on what you need to do. And these are progressive steps forward to solidifying what you want. But also, I feel like this is the deepening of a commitment. And again, it could be just simply the commitment to yourself and your betterment, because now you understand what you need to do next with this King of Swords. Scorpio, I love that. I'm going to pull a couple of career cards. Then we will do the normal shadow work and what we can manifest with this week's energy. So guys, don't forget again to like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment below because I read every single one of them. And I do appreciate your energy as much as I love doing these readings. I like knowing that there's people out there benefiting from it. So let me know. All right, what else do we have for Scorpio, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And guys, don't forget that even though I do run the Scorpio channel, I can read for all signs. So, if you'd like to get a reading, I do read for all 12 signs. Oh, I was looking for 2 more. Thank you. Excellent. This is good. So first I have strategy, which is exactly what the month of March will bring for us. Strategy. One foot in front of the other. We want to build something. How are we going to do it? That's what this is about. And this reads, you need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who's already doing what you want to do. So Scorpio, surround yourself with energy that serves you. Surround yourself with leaders in the community that you wish to be part of or that you are already part of. You know, for me, I love tarot. I love hermetics, astrology, numerology, all the things. And the more I start to interact with other creators, other YouTubers, just other people who are aligned with where my energy is flowing, I'm seeing more opportunity, more ideas, and I'm feeling more at ease and shining brighter than before because I'm amongst people of similar energy, right? And yes, these people challenge my thoughts. No, we don't agree on everything, and I love it because it's like-minded energy, right? So, and when I say like-minded, I mean that we're all sharing versus dictating. And that's what the goal really should be. So here we have strategy. So build your strategy. And again, use the intelligence to help you build. If you've ever experienced any type of, like any kind of setback, you can use the intelligence to help guide you. So here we have harmony. It's important for you to have a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. That's Scorpio energy right there, right? We do better when we are in an environment that speaks to us. And that's the truth. We're a fixed sign, so we like things to be our way. It's very possible that if you have not been able to work remotely, that changes for you this year. We also have relationships. Business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. So I do want to bring that up because Mercury will go into retrograde mid-March. And with so much energy in our daily routines and habits, I just want to point out that there is a chance that you could be misunderstood. Someone may misunderstand a kind comment as a flirtation. Or you mean to send a flirtation and it's missed, right? Like there's a miscommunication. You want to discuss with your supervisor X, Y, and Z thing, and they misinterpret that potentially. So be strategic with your words. Be mindful of check for understanding when you are done a conversation, which is a great practice in general. But I think that specifically for the next, 6 to 8 weeks, check for understanding. Make sure you have a plan in place before you tackle something difficult. And don't put all your eggs in one basket because you're going to have a lot of ideas and a lot of opportunity. And so it's going to be a good practice to investigate what comes your way. Reserve the majority of energy for yourself. And then by the time April rolls around, you're going to have the ability to settle more strongly and plant your seeds exactly where you want to see growth in your life. I believe that. I believe that there are people that will be coming into your life in the next 6 to 8 weeks, actually starting now, because it's just that these relationships start to solidify within 6 to 8 weeks, but people are going to start coming into your life seemingly out of nowhere, chance encounters, so take it how it resonates. But if you have felt like the synchronicities are really calling to you, if you are feeling that, it's just at this point undeniable, this reading's for you. Because that's a good indicator that you are waking up. And again, that judgment card, being called to your true purpose. And Scorpio, you've done so much work to be the best version of yourself. All that work, all that energy is paying off, right? So let's look further. What is the shadow work for energy? What is the shadow work for Scorpio this week? That flew out with passion. Oh, this is a good one. So this reads number 27. 27 reduces to 9, but I want to break down that numerology before I even interpret the card. The number 2, relationshiping, right? Building. Number 7, introspection, enlightenment. So maybe you start learning more about what you want in a relationship with yourself and with others. Now, as you do that, this reads offended versus enlightened. So that's going to be super important. I said earlier, and I keep saying, Scorpio, as light workers, just as evolved humans, we have to remember each person we interact with is walking their own path. They're going to meet their own demons. They're going to have to wrestle their own shadows. They're going to have to look in the mirror themselves. You may be placed in their life or vice versa for just like a, hey, this is what we're here to learn from each other type thing. But it's never our responsibility to change anyone but ourselves, right? So it's important that when you are greeted with a crossroad, when you're greeted with something that doesn't align with your vibe, that instead of being offended, right, switch the perspective of that and ask yourself, why is this presenting itself in my algorithm? Why am I being faced with this challenge in my game of life? What is the purpose of you and all your BS in here in my face? And then look at it, investigate it, get curious, and then look at it as that moment of enlightenment, that aha moment that I've been talking about this entire reading. It comes from being challenged. It comes from thinking outside of your everyday loop. And sometimes if you can't find the energy, the rhythm to get out of it, again, I will say it 1,000 times, use the intelligence and say, hey, take a look at my algorithm. I want something different. Show me something new to investigate I haven't yet considered. And you'll be surprised how you're led. It just is, it's a way to open your mind. So again, and also when you are speaking to others, you're sharing. When someone's speaking to you, they're sharing. Anyone who's dictating or telling has a lot of work to do if they ever want to be heard. So again, number 27 reduces to 9. This is the ending of a way of being. And I feel that through introspection and through investigation and really sitting with what's in front of you, you build stronger relationships based on that. 2, relationships. 7, introspection together. It's the ending of one way, which is only leading you to the beginning of a new way, because it has to end before it can restart. So Scorpio, these are great, great cards. So I'm pulling a card from the Empath deck because I feel that with the astrology right now, the way it is, and there being retrograde energy, you're going to be in your feelings potentially. So let me shuffle a little bit more. So I just want to see when our empath vibes come out, right? Especially if you meet someone new, we tend to repaint people. We get, so just be mindful of that, especially during Pisces season. Don't repaint anyone who shows you who they are. Take things for, just pump the brakes, Scorpio. This says reclaim your power. So look, Scorpio, again, everything feels really grandiose and dreamy and accessible and all the things right now. Just explore all you want, but pump the brakes on taking action, or else that 60-30 split and that 9 of Pentacles we talked about, right? You'll end up dropping some pentacles, and instead of going from the 9 to the 10, you'd end up back in the 8. And the 8's about going back to the drawing board and figuring things out, right? So we are making progressive steps forward. So reclaim your power. Do not give your power away to anyone, Scorpio. I mean that, like, stop saying things like, I can't because of, or this person made me, or I feel like this person took my youth, or I feel like this person took my money, or this person took my sanity. You know what? At this point, you've said it so many times, you're the only one interfering with your betterment. And that's a really hard lesson, especially when we are upset and angry. But take those moments for what they were, sit in that discomfort, and reclaim your power. Because the minute you stop speaking a name, speaking a situation, speaking spells, the minute you stop and you redirect it, even just the intention of, oh man, I'm thinking about my ex again. Oh, I'm thinking about that job again. Man, I'm so mad at so-and-so. I'm thinking about that again. I reclaim my power to my betterment. And just that acknowledgement starts that process of the wheels turning and gets you from, like exhaustion vibes to Empress vibes. You go from being exhausted in that final push of the Nine of Wands, that wounded warrior, to the Empress, the birther of all possibilities. So reclaim your power. Do not give your power away to anyone and say to yourself, I am strong, I am capable, and I can approach this situation with confidence and skill. Yes, Scorpio, this is not your first rodeo, right? You are an evolved human and you have to trust that your guides, your instincts, your belly, right? You have to trust that that's accurate. And how do you do that? In stillness of the mind. Cut out the chatter, meaning pull your energy back every time you think about fill in the blank. If that doesn't bring you good vibes and if that isn't hyping you up the way you hype up others, time to go back to the drawing board, 8 of Pentacles, and sit down and rewrite that script because you are worth every minute of your precious energy. Are they? That's right, Scorpio. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me today. I am so appreciative of each and every one of you, and I look forward to all the magic that we are creating here at Stars with Stasi. Please remember that we are all just stars from the sky with feet on the ground, and we are doing the very best with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And until next time, Scorpio, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great week ahead. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop some comments below. Show some love. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the things. I love you, Scorpio. Shine brightly.